I wanted to make this video while this pain is still quote unquote fresh. This is my 2019 MV Agusta Turismo Veloce 800 Lusso. Now this bike I've had for roughly 6 months, give or take, and it has been phenomenal. We've done together probably 2,500 miles, and it's done all those miles pretty much with stride. It has not struggled through any of it, and that includes a long trip down to Eureka Springs, Arkansas from Chicago. I have a video of that. However, in that 6 months of ownership, it's only resided in this garage for probably a month and a half. And the reason being is because of its Italian quirks. This bike is extremely technologically advanced. However, as a result of that, there's some quirks that come with that and some known issues. Now, I've been unfortunate or fortunate enough to have many of those known issues. I bought the bike back in February of this year, 2025, and around that time, as soon as I got it, I rode the bike maybe 10 to 15 miles, and I ended up noticing some weird things where the clutch of the bike was actually sticking. So you'd pull this clutch in, and even if it was in, the bike would still try to die when you put into gear because it thought that the clutch was fully out. I brought it back under warranty under that 30-day period, and they ended up doing about $2,000 in work to rebuild the clutch and a few other little nuances that they said it needed. I think that included some sensors and a few things along those lines. Fast forward, that's February. I ride the bike, or actually it's gone rather, from about the time I pick it up in February till about April. Early May, we go on the trip down to Eureka Springs. I'm down there for about a week on the trip. It did phenomenal, like I said. And then shit hits the fan again. We get back from the trip, and I get all these warning lights. I bring it in. That's about a week-long process to bring it in because there's not many MV Agusta dealerships. And it turns out that there is a clutch switch sensor, again related to the clutch. And that clutch switch sensor is actually causing me to die at stoplights. So I'll pull up to a stoplight or a stop sign, try to let out the clutch. It thinks it's not engaged, and it would just die. So it was just another headache. Now, this is, in 2019, KTM owned MV Agusta, and the parts were plentiful to come by. However, today, parts aren't as easy to come by. So when you need a part for these, it takes roughly 2 weeks just to order them, and then another time to wait on the tech to actually do the work. So, mind you, the bike was gone from February, March, April. I got it back in May. And then it went back in late May all the way through August, waiting on these parts. I just got it back a few weeks ago, and I'm not even sure if it's going to pop up now. But when I run the bike, I'm getting a warning light that my fuel sensor, or this, whatever this is, this happens from time to time. All I have to do is just turn the key and turn it back on. Flashers will start. I have to turn the flashers off and things will be good. But I'm getting this warning, fuel level sensor error. And you'll notice that the fuel gauge is actually flashing. Upon research, this is another common issue with these bikes, and it's about a $500 fix. However, as I said, in the 6 months of ownership, this has only been in the garage for a month and a half. And I love this bike to death. The exhaust that we put on is phenomenal. The performance of the bike is phenomenal, and for sport touring, it's one of the lightest in its class. It just sucks dealing with all these quirks. So I figured I'd share that with you all today because if you are considering a Turismo Veloce, make sure it's sorted. And if you're okay with some of the Italian quirks, just know that MV Agusta is no stranger to those quirks and will probably take some time getting used to and in the shop and just kind of managing that. So my advice, if you do buy one of these, buy a second bike so you have a backup. That is all.